Hi, my name is Clayton Bora, and I've been doing CrossFit for about 10 years now. Recently, I've decided to do an ultramarathon this summer. My goal is to discover how well CrossFit has prepared me for this more specialized event with just slight modifications to my regular training. Before starting this journey, I hadn't run longer than 6 miles at any one time. I've got a long ways to go and really a short time to get there. Let's do this.
Beautiful morning, a little chilly still, which is great. It's gonna be in the 80s. And not for, that'll probably end up being close to 20K worth of a run today. Yeah, I did 22 last Saturday, and that was brutal. A calf that was bothering me a few weeks ago is still not 100% happy, but it's been getting better. So I was able to, I didn't have to stop and, well, I had to stop, but didn't have to stop as much because of the calf, mostly just because I was tired last week. But what I'm learning here is that, man, I really need to warm up and prepare my tissues for doing this just because they're so not used to this sort of mileage and this distance. Starting out cold, I see a lot of people doing. My body just is not well, one, it's not good long term for health and just higher quality of life. Probably more injuries and stuff if you don't warm up, but just my body doesn't like it. So I'm trying to do a good warm up before I actually start running and doing some mobility work and some good hip stretches and stuff before I even get out here, before I leave the house. Warming up my upper body, going through shoulder, loosening stuff. And that seems to be helping. What I wanted to say is I have no idea how the race is going to go and whether I'm going to love running that much time or love the challenge or anything like that. That's still a big unknown, obviously, and it will stay that way until I do the race here in a month and a half. But what I am finding is that as much as I've always said that I hate running, I'm definitely finding enjoyment in running on the trails. And whether or not I ever do a second ultra or not, I find that there is something good for my soul and just really peaceful and fun about a good trail run, even if it's just a few miles. I like it. Monday, workout in the gym was 20 back squats, 2-mile run, 20 more back squats. My calf was not feeling super great, so I did 9,600 meters on the assault bike instead of the 2-mile run, and maybe went a little bit heavier on the back squats than was the ideal stimulus of the workout. Not too much, but a little bit heavier. So it took me, I don't know, about 6 or 7 minutes longer on that workout than it was supposed to, ish. But it'd been a while since I'd back squatted heavy, so I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get close to the desired stimulus for the day, and feel a little heavy load on my body. which was good. But my hamstrings and glutes have been sore since Monday. And today's the first day that they don't feel completely super sore. But it's probably because yesterday did some more assault bikes, some rope climbs, and some dumbbell walking lunges. And putting those glutes and hammies through similar ranges of motion and stimulus loosened them up, and they're feeling better today. So, a couple things. I've been playing with eating, drinking intervals just to make sure that I stay on a regular habit of getting water and some food at regular intervals, small amounts, regular intervals, rather than like just trying to eat a big chunk. So far, that's been working really, really well for me. So I have the app I use on my Apple Watch for tracking my runs and stuff. If you're not familiar with WorkOutDoors, it is the app for, it's just awesome. It does everything. Anyway, but it's got reminders on it to tell me when to, and I can set custom times. So reminding myself every 10 minutes to drink, and then I believe it's every 35 minutes at this point to eat something. So just small meals every 35, small little bits of food. I wouldn't call it a full meal, but every 35 minutes. And so far, so good. Really haven't had any stomach issues. Found a video, it's gonna show up as a recommended video on YouTube about these homemade energy bites, energy balls, something. I'll put the link in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. But my wife's made a couple batches of them for me, and at first they were a little dry and hard to eat. This last batch, she kind of used up some of the remaining ingredients, and they were a little bit more of the liquidy ingredients, and there's some chocolate in them. Instead of putting like chocolate chips in it, she melted the chocolate and kind of stirred it in, blended it in. They're much more moist, which means they're a little bit easier to chew and swallow. All right, product idea. I want a hat I can wear. Forgot my hat today. That has a sweatband on the inside because I sweat a lot. But the sweatband needs to be removable so that when I come across a creek or something, I can rinse it out, wring it out, get it back to a semi-dry state, and then reinsert it back in the hat and use it again. Because the problem I would see is that sweatband I would saturate it for sure, and then I would be in the same predicament I'm in now, where so much sweat running down my face that it's getting all over my sunglasses, making it difficult for me to see where I'm putting my feet. Oh, all right. Done climbing for a minute. Okay, well, today's the 15th, and there was a new pilot program on some of the trails in Boise that are closed to pedestrian or walking traffic or horse traffic, and is for downhill biking only on odd days. So to complete the loop that I was planning on doing today, I can't do that. Apparently this trail here is part of that pilot program. So I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way, and today's run may end up being shorter than planned or longer than planned. I don't know, but I guess I'll figure something out since I can't get there from here. All right, 17 kilometers in, found my way back to a trail that is familiar, so I know how to get back to my car. And I think I have about, 3 or 4 kilometers left to get back to the car, so distance will be about right. Legs are still feeling good. Left hip flexor's kind of tight and tired, but other than that, this is a pretty enjoyable day.